don't have rockets. Now look at this flush move here by Gills. He says, okay, Train, if you're not going to come down into my quad teammate, I'm going to flush you out with my LG. And unfortunately, where he was sticking that shaft, let's just say Train's going to be pretty clear for the next couple of days. Dradic cleaning up at red, but of course that armor's not going to come back for another 15 seconds, so that means essentially everyone's going to be without armor for a good 10 more seconds. Let's go take a look. Who's got some? Who's got some? Not everybody on the red team, not anybody on the blue team, but it looks like Soy setting up at red, so we will see Dradic picking up that red. He's low on weapons, picking up an RL. Gives him a chance to do some damage here, bro. Look at the great double team. Fantastic work there.
Nice double team.
With the LG. Train, though, evening the score. And this next red armor will set up for red. At least one.
Dradic, don't leave your partner. Secure that red. Get ready for quad.
Yeah, the Train picks it up. So now we've got red and quad spawning at the same time. So there's a decision to make here. Do you press for quad with both your guys, or do you leave one behind in order to make sure that he has armor and doesn't die in the sideshow? Quad and 5. Train. Looking for the shot against Gills. Hits one, but able to pick up two just before that LG could have done a lot of damage. This is a great run for Train. And we're not going to see any armor for a little bit while longer. He's trying to double back and figure out. He's going silent, trying to figure out where his opponents are. He runs into Sparks. The wrong end of that shotgun. Dear. And Train hits his, I want to be like Rafa, come on bind. And rightfully so. Oof, and falls.
Little crater action.
So, with this thing being 59 and 34, and we've passed that halfway point, I think at this point they're probably going to need the next 2 quad damages. Soy will need the next 2 quad damages to go completely in their favor, and they'll need probably, you know, I would say 5, if not more, frags apiece in order to close this gap.
2 frags in 2 seconds.
There you go. There's some collective teamwork to get that done.
This thing is very close to being within 20.
I'm looking at their stats again here just real quick. It's just those deaths. Right now you got Dradic, who has 19, 20 frags and 32 deaths.
Yeah. Which, you know,
Even
I mean,
if you call kills even money, Sparks is doing really well in the kill-death ratio.
Yeah. Well, and one thing I will say is that, unfortunately, a lot of times the way that Team Deathmatch works is one poor bastard is going to be sort of the whipping boy. And usually it's going to be the guy who is trying to hold down the most important items. And it seems like with this team, in some ways, red armor is not the priority for Area 51. In a lot of ways, it's more the railgun and lightning gun area. Because I've seen, I mean, Dradic, he's not really sticking to one area. This is a nice quad run. Can they close the gap?
3 or 4 frags.
Oh, miss.
Make that 5.
Oh. Wow.
Right in the face.
Yeah. Hey, let me see where he's shooting that from. Oh, God.
3 rails in a row to take him down.
Look at this Sparks being ballsy.
6.
Wow. You
Yes,
sure
sir.
have cojones. And he controls the red. So, you know, that was pretty interesting because Sparks defended red armor with some great rails and honestly just a little bit better position. He was using... Great teamwork. He was just using the geometry of the map to basically poke out exactly what he needed to when he would eat the least amount of damage. and he knew he could jump over a lot of that plasma. Wasn't too worried about it, and that has extended this lead to what, 13, something like that.
No, right now you got a 23
20.
frag lead.
23, excuse me.
Make that 24.
Yeah. So, yeah, good grief. Soy, I think, will be pulled down in 2 maps. They still have some time here. Train picks up another quad, so that is back-to-back quads for him. And he does have armor. And he picks up a bit more. So, now, honestly, Dradic's job is to find these guys and tell Train where they are. And look at this. Yeah, they're not going to be at red armor. There's no way they're going to be at red armor. And quad goes in 3, 2, and 1. So, nice little consolation kill. Gills running right into that one. But again, we continue to see that 20 frag lead.
Yes, sir. Hard to overcome that.
Uh-oh. That's a mistake. The only reason why Train's still alive is because he had a buttload of armor. He's gonna die right here. Great work by Sparks.
Clearly, someone with a good shoddy control will take out Lightning every single time.
Well, especially on a jump pad. I mean, that was a bit risky.
Yeah,
even in the first place.
shot.
Alright guys, so I want to start announcing a couple things because this match is pretty much decided. We've got some really important stuff going down. I don't know if you've been to our website recently, but we have a pretty big event coming up on Wednesday. We're switching up our King of the Hill for a little bit of open to the community CTF action, and then we're going to call it All Your Base. That's going to be happening at the normal King of the Hill time. Before King of the Hill on Wednesday, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have the Quadcast, the QLTV podcast. Going to be featuring, let's see, we got Jahar, Newbie, I believe Fishsticks, and Slava. We'll be bringing you the very first Quadcast, and we have a really awesome interview with Triton Films. If you don't know who Triton Films is, I'll post the links after the broadcast in IRC. But they do a lot of machinima, which is basically using the game engine to make movies, and they do some really cool stuff. And so we have an exclusive interview with them, including some exclusive footage that, yeah, we get to air first and show off first. So, big thanks to Newbie doing the footwork to get that interview together. And I'm very excited and looking forward to our podcast, which once again is going to be 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. We're going to wind this down. 50 seconds left to go. 81-59. Area 51 has managed to secure both maps of Furious Heights and DM6. And if we take a look at the at the stats here. As the buzzer sounds, we've got Sparks with 7 impressives. Gills with 2. We also got a pummel in there, though. Train sitting at 2 impressive, 37% accuracy. Sparks with 38% accuracy. Gills with a 30%. So, yeah, solid work from both teams, but it seems like A51 was just a bit more solid than Soy.